Virgo, welcome to your Celtic cross reading. What's up? What's going on? Show me. Show me that Virgo collective energy, please. Show me that Virgo collective energy. What's going on for Virgo? Celtic cross, considered old school tarot, as it should be. It's a really excellent opportunity to kind of deep dive into ourselves, collectively speaking. And we're going to look at stuff that's mental, emotional, spiritual, and of course the 3D practicals as well. Sometimes it's one solid integrated story and how it all relates, and sometimes it's different pockets of subjects that pop up. Regardless, it's all good. So take it resonates, leave it does not. And if I see any outside energies, normal, but we're not going to dwell on it. It's not about them or they, it's about you and your collective experience, yeah? And how it relates to you, how you're dealing with it, if it comes up, yeah? That being said, reverse energies as you see fit. And then, of course, these are general collective readings. There's a good chance it may not resonate at all. Normal. Frustrating, yes, but normal. Okay? Check your other placements. You will find yourself in there somewhere. What's going on? What's going on, please, for that Virgo collective? Show me that Virgo collective, please. I think I had a commenter for Virgo the other day. It doesn't relate again. It's never my story. And the advice stands the same, honey. You don't have to type in all caps like that. The instructions are really clear. There's general collective readings. There's a good chance it won't resonate. You don't have to be upset about it or mad. Take it for what it is. Also, it may not apply to you yet. Timeline's different for everybody, collectively speaking. If it was a one-to-one private, things would be very different. As it were, I'm reading for lots of folks. So, yeah, there you go. Just check your other placements. It's not a big deal. Everything is just but a click a day. Click a day. Yeah, for some of you might watch tarot every day. But really, everything is what I meant to say is a click away. The Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, like I said, case in point. I mean, everybody's different on different timelines. We're subject to change, always. The Wheel of Fortune, immediately opening up, and then you're challenging it. Ace of Cups. I don't know about that. Okay. You can't see it, or you don't want to see it. Eight of Swords. It's influencing. It's hovering around you. You don't want to see what's there. Why? Recent past, Seven of Cups. Was exiting. The Knight of Swords, the ability to take action. What's before you, the High Priestess. Good. We need to listen to ourselves more. Okay. Knight of Wands is your strengths. You pride yourself on having energy to kind of just take off and go. If it's what you need to do, you say it's what I need to do, because in your environment, you're quite at home. Literally with the Queen of Pentacles, you're saying you know what your comfort zone is. You know what your jam is. And that when you know something's your jam, you take off towards it. But this one, you're like, I don't know that that's for me. The Ace of Cups. In fact, I'm not going to see it at all. But you say otherwise when you know it's for you, no problem. No problem. Okay. Hopes and fears. Oh, do we dare hope to be happy? Outcome, Knight of Cups. See, I know you're like, I don't... Get out of here with that cup. Get out. It's disgusting. It's gross. Blech. It's not for me. Blech. Cool, right? Except it's not. You don't. I don't think that's what you want to do, but I think you're showing me a lot of hesitancy, uncertainty around the matters of love, of the heart, specifically being in love, maybe. New love opportunity, and you're like, is it though? Is it though, Christina? Is it really? I don't know. Let's find out. For those of you who are new to the channel, my name's Christina. I'm a little different. I'm very expressive. That's just my energy. I'm very expressive. Okay? Think of it this way. It's a freebie. What's going on, please? I can't stand being passive or blasé or... Yeah. What's going on, please? Oh, it's not me, honey. I just have too much energy. I have too much energy. The Virgo I'm looking at, you can relate. All right, let's do that Wheel of Fortune. Show me that Wheel of Fortune. Show me that Wheel of Fortune, please. Show me that Wheel of Fortune. We are all subject to change. We are all subject to influence. And sometimes things dial in from the universe when they're meant to dial in. By our design or no. More often than not by our design. Let's see that Wheel of Fortune. Let's see that Wheel of Fortune. Okay, what's going on? Some of that Wheel of Fortune. The Ten of Pentacles. The Six of Cups. The Ten of Cups. Ten of Pentacles, Six of Cups, Ten of Cups. Why is your heart challenging that? That's Ten of Cups, Ten of Pentacles, Six of Cups. We typically don't question things like that. Like, this is amazing. That's the definition of having it all. Not only having it all, but having it all with somebody who is technically a soulmate, a forever person, you know, someone whom you are deeply connected to in inexplicable ways while you build literally a world with them that you can see, touch, be part of every day. And also at the emotional level, Ten of Cups is all-encompassing. So we're showing me high levels of satisfaction, stability, and love of family, love of life, love of community that surrounds it. Wheel of Fortune. But your Ace of Cups, you're like, I don't know about all that. Is that what I want? Is it what you want? I don't tell you. You tell me, honey. That's how this works. Tarot doesn't dictate shit. It's the energy. Nine of Cups, Three of Cups, Eight of Cups. You're telling yourself you're not available for everything. You said the idea of it feels good, but that you're not emotionally available to show up for it. Interesting. You're saying that it's like you can't afford to be in love, even though if you did or you chose that, it could give you everything. Ten of Pentacles, Ten of Cups, Six of Cups. Literally a full, stable, encompassing, wealthy, emotionally wealthy, possibly financially wealthy, stabilized life with somebody forever and ever always. I can't find the heart for that, though. You'd like to. Nine of Cups, Three of Cups says, man, I wish that was mine. Because Nine of Cups is wish fulfillment of the self. If you love yourself, the idea is that we accept these things, we gravitate towards these things because we know we're worth it, because we love ourselves. And you're saying you love the idea of connecting with it, Three of Cups, but technically Eight of Cups, you're not emotionally available. Now that might be true. But it's like you're saying, I could be in love with that, but I'm not available to be in love with that. Why? I'm not. If the Ten of Cups and Ten of Pentacles isn't your dream, or a Six of Cups and all that is not your dream, the splendor of all that is not your dream. Cool. And why are you showing me you would love to accept it? Let's see that Eight of Swords. It's a little bit of blindness every day. Something we don't want to acknowledge a little bit every day. It's not an accusation, guys. Everybody has a Seven of Swords, Eight of Swords, or a Five of Swords from time to time. It's normal. It's how far out it goes and to what degree. That's what can get us into trouble. Okay. Let's take a look. The Lovers, the World, the Two of Swords. You question it. It's a strong Lovers connection here that perhaps we cycled out with the World and the Two of Swords. It's like you're saying you don't want to see that you had to give that up. You don't want to see it. It's like saying, well, gee, you know, would it make me feel good to have all those things? Absolutely. Can I accept those things? No. You're saying it's not that your heart isn't full for the idea, it's that it's not available for the idea to take place, to take root. And and then you kind of question the whole thing as a write-off. It probably wouldn't have led to all that anyway, right? It's probably just a lover's connection, and that it probably felt strong, but that doesn't mean it was going to go anywhere. But you're not really convinced of that. It's kind of what perhaps you might tell yourself. You know, Eight of Swords, Two of Swords. This is actively ignoring and or talking yourself out of things. And I always say you never talk yourself out of anything or into anything, because both can lead to problems. You absolutely have to know something's right for you to make a decision that you feel comfortable with and can stand by. You can't guarantee results, but if you can stand by your decision, then you're in a damn good start. Okay? And it's kind of like saying it was a strong connection, but I couldn't see it leading to all that. You felt it. You felt it. Part of you wanted to attach yourself to these concepts. It's like, but you weren't convinced it was going to come from that source anyway, so might as well let it go. Or accept that it is, let's say that Seven of Cups in your recent past. Okay, I think we're going to end up clarifying everything today. I'm trying to understand the process here. Because on face value, with the Wheel of Fortune, the way this was presented over time, very strong, all-encompassing. It's the kind of stuff that nobody watches tarot for because they're loving that life. They're living that life. And it might be a wild ride sometimes, but it's a beautiful wild ride, you know. Not to just have a Ten of Pentacles, but to have a Ten of Cups too. Just because you have a Ten of Pentacles doesn't mean you're happy. And just because you have a Ten of Cups doesn't mean you're stable. It's the combination of both worlds. Emotional happiness, fulfillment, support, love of the house, the kids, the family, the whatever. Then you have the stability of the material world. And Six of Cups, a bonded connection that's specifically between you and someone else, and you built those things together. It's a dream for a lot of people. You're like, I could have had that. I wasn't available for it. Why? It's like, it probably wouldn't have worked out anyway. Why? We'll get to that. I'm putting the cart before the horse. It's rare to see somebody turn those things down. Three of Pentacles, the Four of Pentacles, the Ten of Swords. Whatever this is, you said it's just friendship, and that's kind of what killed it in a way. We held on to this as long as possible via the form of a friendship. We kind of kept our feeling Seven of Cups murky and undefined on this particular subject, so we adamantly called it a friend, and we held on to it like this as long as we could until we had to part ways with it. So whatever the strong connection is, you two are highly bonded. Let's get that out of the way. At the spiritual level, so on and so forth. In reality, how it played out is that you called it friendship. I see this quite a lot, and it usually doesn't work out. Now, typically, we hold on to these strong connections, call them friends as long as humanly possible before we inevitably part ways with it, because how we're labeling it and experiencing it in the 3D is too small of a container for everything that's behind it. Okay? So I'm not saying anything here that I wouldn't say I haven't seen before. It's just the way it was introduced was like, here's everything. And even though you would love to have planted yourself into that world and developed under it emotionally, you're saying, my heart is, no, I can't do it. You wanted, it was like it was in the tip of your fingers, you felt it. And where it could lead to. High levels of satisfaction, stability, as we covered. But you're saying in the past, the mistake was that I entertained this option at all. This friend is an option. And I held on to it as tightly as I could for as long as I could. Until it separated from me or I separated from it. Ten of Swords. Doesn't matter. Pain's the same. Whether you're the one who has to separate or you're on the receiving end of it, pain is pain is pain. So you did what I see lots of people do. Okay? I'm going to talk myself out of the power of that connection. It can't be all that. I'm going to say it's a friend. I'm going to keep my feelings on the subject confusing on purpose. Because if I dig too deep, or if I try to define it, I might understand how much it means to me. Let's see that Knight of Swords. We're not taking action towards something anymore. Show me that Knight of Swords. You held on to this powerful connection as a friend because you were afraid to lose it, any capacity for which you might experience it. It's kind of like, if I can't experience it at the Ten of Cups, if I can't experience it at the Ten of Pentacles, if I can't experience it at the Six of Cups, I want to at least be able to call it a friend and hold on to it as long as possible. I understand that. But how come you opened up with, it's a shame I had to let that opportunity pass me by? Why did you show me that? Why? Five of Wands, Devil. Oh. I can't constructively see it. You would know why. Hi, honey. Oh, no, no, no. Your paws are all muddy, honey. No. I know, Virgo. But that's your crew. You say hi to Virgo? You say hi, Virgo? Cinnamon is Virgo. So, no. You know I'm talking to your people. You know I'm talking to your people, honey. I know, it's so hard. Poor baby. It's been raining nonstop for days, and we haven't been able to go out for our walks and stuff. Even when it was light rain, I'll still take her out. I don't care. None of that matters to me. I like rain. I don't mind walking in the rain. I find it incredibly refreshing. But if it's too heavy, and the local parks and walkways have all been flooded. So poor thing. She's all pent up, and she's frustrated. She does still go outside, bless her. She's got a strong will just like me. A little rain doesn't bother her. It doesn't. But her little paws are super muddy. Back to what's going on. I wanted to see something. Tell me why, Virgo. Tell me why. Tell me why. Just tell me why. I want to understand you. I'm not trying to condemn you. I'm not trying to upset you. I'm not trying to put you into a bad place or a bad space. I want the opposites of those things for you. I just wanted to know why. Over time, it feels like we passed this thing up. Okay? I have a bit of an idea. It's not fully comprehensive in that I don't have the details. I'm not you. I'm not living your life. Okay? But I see it here in what's exiting from you is the sense to take action, because you're saying you cannot free yourself. Here's the thing. I don't know what's attached to you. But you're saying it's impossible. that you cannot take action in freedom and independence. You're saying it's not in your bill of goods, if you will. Okay, I believe you. That you are not free to take action as an independent person, that something you feel bound to keeps you from moving as an independent free agent. 5 of Wands, the devil. I'm seeing that as a repetitive fight response. And it's based in fear. It's almost like you're afraid to free yourself, but telling yourself you can't. You're saying something is bound to you and that you can't shake it off even if you wanted to. I think some of that is stemming from the belief that you can't, or that it seems an impossible task. But I do believe you when you tell me that you are not free to move independently, regardless of the situation or circumstance. Because if you believe something to be that strongly true in terms of a fight or flight response, because that's what this is, to move in either direction terrifies you, I believe you. How much strength that devil has, though, depends on how much you've been feeding it. It's impossible for me to break out of my own particular circumstance. I can't take any action towards that. So any sort of Knight of Sword energy you might have had towards your sense of self and moving towards this, that's exited. There's nothing I can do, and there probably never was. You don't feel like you can challenge that devil, or that you've tried, or that you have no wiggle room in this particular instance where you're saying you cannot be free, and it's non-negotiable. Again, I believe you, but I would question what keeps you in place. The fact that you think that there's nothing you can do, or because there is, but the idea of it is too monumental. Something to think about. I want to understand you, that's all. I'm not trying to cast judgment. I don't do that judgment, guys. There's literally no point. There's no point. How are you supposed to be receptive to anything I'm saying if you think I'm judging you? Right? It's not my place to judge. I just want to understand. And in so doing, maybe I can help you understand. I just want people to do what's in their best interest. That's why I'm here. I want to know what kind of fight that devil is. Are you telling yourself over and over again it's impossible for me to act as my own person, and therefore you believe it? Or because you really do honestly believe you're bound to something to the point of fear? Either way, it's not good. It's provoking a fight or flight response in you to either justify not moving or to move. And I don't like that. It's not healthy to always have your adrenaline system kicked off like that. Pretty soon, I see you losing the grip of listening to mental and emotional fears and actually tuning into yourself. You will be coming upon this bridge pretty soon. And I mean soon. We're talking April. It's very specific. Between February upwards to April, you're going to go into what looks like an intuitive bracket or an intuitive zone or an intuitive friendly zone, where for some reason you're tuning in less and less to your fears and more to what you feel. And the difference is night and day. Okay. It's night and day. Where your fears and your fear response clouds you, okay, about direction and movement, you're now going to enter into a phase where you're tuning into yourself more. And while there is some sadness in there with the 4 cups, there's beauty in tuning into, and there is beauty here, tuning into your star, your Ace of Wands, that what matters to you. What would you gaze upon night after night? That's what the star is. If you're going to wish upon a star, most people find that to be a very private experience. It's the reason why traditionally we tell kids, make a birthday wish, but don't tell me. We wish upon a star. It's very similar. Most people have their own particular star their eyes gaze upon, and that's it. It's personal. The star is a personal goal, and it's not an easy one, but it's a lot of desire and hope built into it. To reach for the stars is a beautiful thing. To know that you can have that level of hope and sense of possible achievement does wonders for people. This is what I hope for. This is what I desire. I see you tuning into that soon, and like I said, you'll be entering that bracket around February upwards to April. I see you feeling like this. What do I desire? What is my goal? What is my destiny? What turns me on with the Ace of Wands? What is for me, the tarot lady keeps talking about? That's what you'll be tuning into soon. what is right for you. It's going to be a gentle process. And some of it's going to bum you out with the Four of Cups. Okay? Probably in that feeling of, that's what I passed up. Because it was easier, right? It's more manageable to pass this kind of thing up. Okay? If you can't see it. It was, okay, it might have been just a strong connection in terms of my desiring it, but that's probably all it was. There's no way it was going to be a 10 of Pentacles. 10. That's how we deal with things as human beings. We diminish the value. We reduce the value. That way, whatever that thing was, it doesn't hurt me as much. Or whatever the desire was, okay, or the value of, it wasn't that much anyway. It was probably a cheap plastic thing that would have fallen apart, right? It wasn't the real thing. That's what we do as human beings to cope. I want you to get out of coping and into accepting. Feeling what's right for you. And when we do that, that devil has less voice. The fear has less voice. That instinct to stay put or to fly, to run, goes down. When we can tune into ourselves and just be. And just be still. Cinnamon just scared herself. She just scared herself. She knocked something over. She went, what? You'll be entering that phase soon. Okay. I want you to hang out there as long as you need to, honey. As long as you need to. Okay? I want you to tune in. I really do. I really do. You have some beautiful elements in you. You're highly intuitive. You know what you desire. I want you to accept it. I want you to feel it. It's not a form of torture. I want you to get into a place where that asshole has a lot less voice. Okay? And a lot less movement to run around inside you. All right, let's see that Knight of Wands. Your strengths, the energy. When you know something's correct for you, typically it's a straightforward shot, right? You're like, that's my comfort zone, that's my jam. Okay, when that song comes on, I know to turn the radio up. Thank you. I know. Let's see that Knight of Wands. That's the advantage of the King, Queen of Pentacles, is knowing your comfort zone. Then you can absolutely say, that feels right. And then you won't hesitate. This was a little different. Let's take a look at that Knight of Wands, please. Show me that Knight of Wands. Show me that Knight of Wands. Seven of Pentacles, the Ace of Swords, the Queen of Swords. Man, you have a lot of oomph in you, drive. I don't think you see it that way. I think you got very used to kind of downplaying things or talking yourself out of things or devaluing things in order to make them more digestible and easy to understand. It's like you're saying, I prefer caution. I still stand by the statement that, generally speaking, when you know something's right for you, you move towards it. But then I see your process here of turning down the volume, like it's not that big of a deal. So be excited by it, but not too excited. Manage your expectations is what you're saying. You're practiced at managing your expectations. It's kind of like if I want it too much, that's not good. I probably won't get it. So what we're going to do is we're going to lower that intensity down to a Seven of Pentacles, Ace of Swords, and Queen of Swords, and just approach whatever it is that makes us excited from a logical, rational point of view. Kind of like how you handled the Lovers here and bringing down its value in order for you to kind of accommodate your lack of engagement with it. Am I right? So you're practiced at this is my point. You're very well practiced at this. I have no doubt you have a powerful mind and a powerful will in that respect. Yeah, I'm excited by that, but I'm not going to show it too much. Why would I do that? I run away with it. Can't have that. No. Or it could hurt you, or it could grow too fast out of your control, something like that. It might mean too much to me too soon. Oh, God forbid you wallow in what feels good. Let me see your environment. I need to see your Queen of Pentacles. I want to see your corner of the world. Let's see that Queen of Pentacles, please. Show me that Queen of Pentacles. Show me that Queen of Pentacles. There's nothing wrong with that, okay? Once you're excited by something, but doesn't it lose its flavor? When you become that practiced in tempering it and reducing its value. Kind of gets you into a place of falling out of love with it. Right? Losing the energy for it. If you make it practical and steady and easy and just let me manage bits and pieces of it one day at a time, it's not all that. It's going to start to lose its flavor. You know? Let's see that Queen of Pentacles. Five of Cups, the Emperor, Two of Wands. So while you have a very steady, practical, reliable, firm energy attached to you and your environment, your immediate living space, there is unhappiness here, Five of Cups. Yeah. Yeah. That's a very commanding will. And it is your corner of the world, I'll have no doubt. You're very much in control of it. But the regret's real, Five of Cups, in some way, attached literally to you and your environment, how you experience it as head of household, as someone who is used to being empowered by their environment. You don't necessarily feel good about it every day. All right, the Sun, the hopes and fears, but otherwise, like I said, very stable and in command of your corner of the world, no doubt. Continue to navigate through this intuitive feeling that you're going through. I hope you see some of the things I'm talking about. How we kind of minimize things, and it's like, okay, slow down, make it practical, just make it steady. See what I'm saying? You have natural joy in you that I see you suppress a lot. It's like playing it safe. Something like that. I keep tying it back to this. I can't just take off, do what I want. There's always something tied to me. What is that? A sense of responsibility I can't change, or that's just too much. I can't temper that. I can't control the other. No, you can't control anybody. You can't even control yourself. Control ultimately is an illusion. We can literally play our hand, for sure. And we can influence ourselves and our energies and our experiences in as much as possible based on experience and thought and everything else. So we can, in many ways, shape outcomes, but we can't guarantee them. It's almost like you're saying this, whatever this is that you deeply desire to connect to, it's almost like you're saying it's too much. Anyway, Ace of Wands, the Chariot, the Queen of Wands, you would hope for a great deal. The explosion of sun in there, the happiness of it all. Ace of Wands, a brand new opportunity. That the Chariot, fuck the Knight of Wands. I would do the Chariot. I want to. It's like you want to stop settling. You want to stop devaluing or diminishing. It's almost like you want permission from yourself to pull a ripcord only you can see. I want it all, and I want to stop apologizing for it. I want to feel everything. I want to do everything, and I'm so tired of tempering my experiences to make them small and practical. And I'm tired of trying to undermine my own emotions towards things because maybe it's just easier to manage things that way. It's almost like you're afraid to feel everything, and you want to feel everything. I see your corner of the world. I can see you're in control of it. You're in command of it. It's almost like you're afraid to let loose. It's like you're afraid to let go of control. And with these strong kind of connections that you were confronted with at the very opening, and that you still kind of talk yourself out of to this day, it would be the opposite. It would have you feeling deeply and experiencing everything deeply, unapologetically too. Don't you want to feel that world and stop apologizing for having it all? Ace of Wands, the Chariot, the Queen of Wands, the Sun, to have it all, to feel the warmth, to feel the love, to feel the unapologetic, get out of my way, this is where I gotta be. Don't you want to stop apologizing for what you innately feel? Stop trying to trip yourself up and downplay everything you've accomplished. And for whose benefit? What you hope for is so beautifully large and warm and inviting and loving and strong. Powerful. And it's like you fear to feel that much too. Let's see that Knight of Cups. That's interesting. He's also just caught my attention on the underlying. All right. Show me that Knight of Cups, please, and the outcome. Hopefully I'm seeing that devil and it's holding on you on the exits as well. I don't want you to have a response like that. Shouldn't have to doubt, question, or hesitate like that. And knowing what's right for you and what isn't. And I know, it's a tale as old as time. I feel very strong feelings for this. And I don't feel like I'm in a position to accept it. I'm going to desperately hold on to it as friendship and hope I can still taste some of it in some way without overly exposing myself. I've seen it many times. But you wanted so much more than that taste, you know. And I think I've seen something like this for you not too long ago. Oh, but look at this. Look at that. Under the sun, what you hope for is so beautiful, bold, and bright. And there's someone else in there too. It's strong too. Highly passionate. This person goes from a Knight of Wands and they're like, that's playtime. The Knight of Wands. Try the Chariot. Let's try the Chariot. I like to go full speed. Something like that. It's so unapologetic. And there's that Ace of Cups I saw for you in the challenge position. It's, you know it. The fullness of heart's there. You can feel it. You can feel the depths and how you could get in there and splash around in that and just be like, mine, 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 mine. Everything, in other words, you never allowed yourself to do. It's just so much natural feeling. None of it's suppressed, reasoned, logic, or feeling settled for. It just is. Okay, 7 of Wands. 10 of Pentacles, Justice. Oh, look at you making some progress. I don't know when you do this. I have no bloody idea, and that's all right. It's more than a start, so I give you full credit for that, and it is more than a start. At some point in your future, something to do with your son and how you opened up with, you're circling back to it, that 10 of Pentacles that I see you over time having dismissed and everything it afforded. I actually see you marching your way back towards it in time. I see you expressing yourself. The Knights are responsible for delivering our stuff outside of us. They're literally the messengers. Okay, Pages do it too, but Knights have more responsibility, as they should. The Knights of Cups, I see you expressing yourself cautiously. 7 of Wands. I didn't say you were going to go pistol whip and straight out the gate you go. No. I see you cautiously, but with a certain level of that other little V word, vulnerability. Cautiously vulnerable. Delivering yourself and your feelings towards somebody that represents a 10 of Pentacles that you think you could perhaps start balancing with because it feels right. Okay? I know, like I said, I saw it right away. You're very comfortable in your corner of the world, except for that 5 of Cups part. I think you like predictability. I think the idea of big feelings and having it all scares you in some way, possibly a little intimidating. And it's like your devil's on your shoulder saying, you can't have it all, Virgo. It's not possible. There's no such thing. And every time you try to take action at all to engage with what feels like you could have it all, you were immediately met with a shaky response. I got to run. I got to go. I got to run. I can't stay here. I can't do it. We're friends. 100%. That's what's up. We're friends. I just need to do this to you. No, I say you calmly, with boundaries, caution, 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 exhibiting more sense of self-determination and self-propelled energy here towards the end that has you coming out the victor. I don't know how you express yourself. I just know that it's correct. Justice. And it helps readdress this 10 of Pentacles that perhaps over time we thought we had lost or we had missed up on that particular opportunity. I don't know. I want you to take with you not the strength of your fears, but the strength of your feelings in this. The strength of your fears, you already know, and you already know where that takes you. It takes you to a place of non-action and forcing yourself to control things, even though essentially you can't. And it forces you, or it feels like it forces you in a position for settling for mediocrity. I'm not saying your life is mediocre. What I'm saying is it's not the best representation of what you know you feel. 5 of Cups over a world you created is not good enough. Whatever this is, you light the hell up around it, and it's anti-mediocrity. It's everything. It hits all your nerves in all the right places. It makes you feel raw and alive. Or it could do. But not only that, it stabilizes. It does look beautiful. I see you expanding in all the right ways that perhaps you thought at the opening were lost to you because your heart wasn't open towards it. That wasn't the real issue. You told yourself you weren't free to move independently in that direction. So again, is that something that you force-fed yourself to believe, or is it parts of that really true? Perhaps it's a combination of the two. I do not know. There's the vibrancy of some sort of swift message. Okay. This is further out. Excuse me. That's what this is. Right here towards the end. There's the delivery. I think you can see it for yourself. Okay. Courtship with a little bit of luck. A little bit of luck on your side. There it is right there. That's the outcome. Bad health. Yes. There's something in here I cannot see. But you're convinced yourself mentally, emotionally, physically that it's not within your powers to move around or make decisions independently, and you believe it to the point of fear. And that's why your actions towards this stop. Hopefully, hopefully you're experiencing a full exit of that particular devil, and he can stop dictating like a dick about what it is you can and cannot do, and what is right for you and what isn't. He needs to shut up. So there's something here about bad health, where some of you are like convinced my health is poor, or I'm not in the right mindset. Something like this. Sudden wealth. That's interesting. 777. Distant horizon. Sooner than. In reverse. Some of you might be expecting some sort of wealth, possibly soon. The ship came out in reverse. So this is long distance, further out. This suggests further in. Some of you might have a bit of luck at work or with promotion, bonuses, something like that. FYI. And the family room. This perhaps is starting sooner than you knew. But there's the family room. Place of pride, home, hearth, the heart of the home, the heart of the family. Okay? Beautiful. The old woman, sadness, female, the house. Relocation home, relocation home, relocation home, relocation home. House, relocation home, home. There's a sad presence here. I don't know if it's you or to that which you feel obliged to. I'm not sure if you share your home space with somebody. But I see this, when I saw this old woman, it immediately made me think, yeah, I see your corner of the world. And it's sad. It's comfortable. You're used to being empowered by it, or somebody's used to being empowered by it, a position of power. But there's that sense of someone's never happy or satisfied in their home, and it keeps you from moving freely, I believe. Relocation might be a solution here. But the old woman hears that sense of sadness, that because I'm perpetually sad, they kind of affect everyone around them. It's a hopeless situation. Or I don't know without XYZ what I would do. There's that sense of hopelessness here. If you are surrounded by that kind of person, more than one person, it's going to affect you in a way that suggests you're not free to do anything either. If that's what you surround yourself by, you're eventually going to get washed up in that too. It's just not your particular belief, but you hang out with anything like that long enough, it's eventually going to rub off on you and make you feel like panic every time you try to make decisions or move on your own behalf. They're like, what's the point? What's the point? It's kind of like Eeyore. Do you remember that from the old Winnie the Pooh cartoons? I love Eeyore. A lot of people love Eeyore. But try being around Eeyore every day, all day. It's going to rub off on you. There's an Eeyore, I believe, in your household that would have you in a similar mindset. Don't want for something too much. Don't drive for something too much. Don't make it out to be a bigger deal than it is. That's just, they say you are with the company you keep. I wasn't sure if that was all you and your household, or if there's someone else in there too. Just, it might be your corner of the world, but it's not a very loving one. Nourishment, transformation is needed. Scarab beetle. Okay, that's enough. Virgo, honey, I hope this helped you. I do. I like how you opened up towards the end. I didn't know what you were going to do with that Knight of Cups. You might have done nothing with it. But I see you trying to lean into that Ten of Pentacles and what it could all represent in the future. I hope this helped you. Put it in the comments. Take care. Be well.